leader, be more effective as a leader, or be promoted to higher levels within your organization, what we're about to cover in this video is absolutely essential. The core question of this video is, what does leadership actually mean? What does it really look like? We have researched this question for over a decade, and I'm going to share with you what we've discovered. What's the research? What did we discover? And what are the takeaways for you? If you were to ask 1,000 different leaders, what is leadership? You would get 1,000 different answers. If you were to ask a bunch of professors, researchers, experts in leadership, you might get a similar divergence of opinion. And this would be rather confusing. But we found that if you ask this question slightly differently and ask it often enough, certain patterns emerge. We like to ask leaders within organizations 2 key questions. Who in your organization do you look up to as a great leader? And what makes you say that? Who are some people in your organization who demonstrate great leadership potential or leadership qualities? And why do you say that? For over a decade, we've collected this data in a rather informal fashion, working with many different organizations. But just last year, we were commissioned by a client to formally research this question for them. What does great leadership look like at this company? This particular research involved formal interviews up, down, and across the organization, and the findings reinforced what we found for years. Now, before I tell you our results, let those questions sink in for a moment and ask yourself, how would I answer them?
I guess I have a lot of things to ponder.
I'm happy to wait as you ponder. I'll give you something to watch as you have a think. So what did we discover? As we've analysed the data over the years, 2 key themes emerged. The first is when people speak about great leaders or people with leadership qualities, they say these sorts of things. They take initiative, proactively take action. They take ownership and accountability. They speak up, question the status quo, push for better. They take the time to think differently, more strategically, more commercially, more innovatively. They show the courage to make decisions. The second is people say these sorts of things. They motivate, inspire, develop their people. They build high-performing teams. They influence across the business. They build coalitions and cross-functional collaboration. They build relationships, expand their network, build a powerful personal brand. When you put these lists side by side, this seems like a lot to take in, but there are 2 key themes. In short, great leaders are the people who take the lead and then bring others on the journey with them. We summarize this as initiative and influence. And so if there was a leadership formula, it would be leadership equals initiative plus influence. There are many layers and sub-skills that sit below this that we won't cover in this video, but understanding what leadership is at this high level is very useful. So what are the key takeaways for you? Why is this useful? Well, let's go back to the beginning. If you want to be seen as a leader, from a grad to a CEO or anyone in between, if you want to be more effective as a leader, or if you want to be promoted to higher levels in your organization, you want to rise in the ranks, it's all about having initiative and influence, and to be seen as having initiative and influence. So here's the next step for you. Look in the mirror honestly and ask yourself the following questions. Where are you the strongest? What do you want or need to work on? What aspects do others think you could work on? This is definitely worth knowing. And finally, who can you turn to who may be able to help you to develop these? Well-informed and realistic answers to these questions are really valuable input to your professional development plan. What the world needs right now is for good people to have the courage to step into leadership. And the first courage you need is to look in the mirror and ask yourself, what am I going to work on? I wish you the best of luck on your leadership development journey through this channel. We hope to support you. If you want to see more, take the initiative, hint, hint, and like and subscribe. That tells the Google algorithm that this channel is worth watching. And if you do subscribe right now, I will reward you in 3 seconds with an adorable picture of a North African fennec fox. 1, 2, 3. Oh, look at those ears. That was my attempt at influence. I'm not sure it worked. See you in the next video.